Title: Inner Obstacles: How Self-Belief and Confidence Are the Pathways to Your Greatness. Introduction. Every traveler who has ever set out on a quest knows that the most dangerous terrain is not the mountain's slope or the river's current, but the mind itself. The mountains of doubt, the rivers of fear, the cliffs of self-criticism, they can crush the most well-planned journey before it even begins. Today, we will walk the hidden pathways of the mind, learning how inner obstacles can be transformed into stepping stones that lift us higher. Drawing from ancient traditions, we will uncover timeless strategies that empower modern leaders, entrepreneurs, and dreamers alike. Whether you are staring down a career transition, juggling a startup, or simply striving to become a kinder, braver self, this script will provide you with practical tools you can begin using right now. Philosophy Spotlight: Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophy that emerged in ancient Greece and was later refined in Rome by thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. At its core, Stoicism teaches the practice of focusing on what is within our control while accepting what is not. Imagine you have a ship. Your mind is the captain. The sea, your circumstances, is beyond your control, but the way you steer is entirely yours. The Stoics' wisdom is that the only thing that can truly disturb a calm mind is a judgment, an unwilling acceptance of what we cannot change. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This simple statement offers a powerful roadmap for battling self-belief challenges. He did not ignore his empire's problems. He embraced them as chances to practice restraint, purpose, and resilience. From this perspective, we extract 3 lessons that modern seekers of confidence can immediately adopt. 1. Discern the controllables. Identify what aspects of a goal or situation you can influence and focus only on those. When you let the rest slip away, you avoid the paralysis that doubt creates. 2. Reframe obstacles as practice. Every failure, critique, or setback becomes a training ground for emotional fortitude and skill. By seeing stumbling blocks as part of the learning loop, you replace fear with hunger. 3. Adopt a daily reflective routine, a short journal entry each night, noting what you controlled, what you let go of, and what lessons emerged, builds a disciplined mindset that turns self-doubt into data. These Stoic practices are not theoretical. They can be woven into daily life and into the fabric of any company or project. By learning to recognize and reorient your internal narrative, you turn the self-imposed barriers into tools that sharpen confidence and propel action. Chapter 1: The Mirror of Myth, Persian Hero Rostam and the Unseen Enemy. Legend has it that Rostam, the epic warrior of the Shahnameh, once faced a colossal foe, a demon that could only be seen through his own eyes. He realized that the monster was not outside him, but inside, a storm of self-doubt that roared louder than any dragon. The myth illustrates that the greatest battles are fought in reflection. The lesson here echoes what modern psychologists call cognitive distortions. When we blame external failures, we lose the chance to learn from them. Confidence grows when we attribute setbacks to temporary, controllable factors like effort and strategy, rather than to fixed self-worth. Practical example: suppose you're pitching a new product and the investors say, "It's not ready." Instead of letting the rejection erode your self-worth, ask yourself, what specific improvements can I make? What new data can I gather? Shift the narrative from "I failed" to "I learned." By reframing the feedback, the obstacle becomes an opportunity for growth. Conclusion: Rostam's story reminds us that the most frightening enemy is our own perception. When we recognize that the challenge is not external but internal, we reclaim agency over our self-belief. Call to action. Like this video if you've ever seen your own doubt as a dragon, share your story in the comments, and subscribe for more ancient wisdom that translates into today's victories. Reflective question: in what area of your life is the monster actually a mirror you have not yet examined? Chapter 2: The Bamboo's Flexibility, Zen Buddhism and the Dance of Detachment. In Zen gardens, the bamboo bends but never breaks. When storms hit, the bamboo flexes with the wind, returning to its original posture when the gale passes. This resilience is a metaphor for confidence that is not built on external validation, but on an internal practice of detachment. Buddha taught that attachment to outcomes breeds suffering. Instead, he encouraged cultivating a clear awareness, mindfulness, and letting experiences unfold naturally. Confidence rooted in attachment feels fragile. Confidence rooted in presence feels steadfast. Practical example: a freelance writer receives criticism on an article that feels like an attack. Instead of resisting or internalizing the sting, practice a brief mindful pause. Breathe, observe the emotion, let it pass like a cloud. Your next revision is guided by constructive insights rather than your wounded ego. Conclusion: the bamboo's virtue is that it never lets the wind define its shape. It simply adapts and continues. Likewise, adapt your self-belief to shifting circumstances without losing core confidence. Call to action: if you found the bamboo story enlightening, give this video a thumbs up. Share it with someone who needs to learn to bend without breaking. Subscribe for more insights that keep you grounded like a tree. Reflective question: how can you practice mindful detachment when faced with criticism that feels personal? Chapter 3: The Chessboard of Chanakya, Strategic Self-Confidence in Ancient India. Chanakya, the strategist behind Emperor Marion's rise, never let his ego overtake his calculations. He famously advised that knowledge is power, but practice is the key. Chanakya's work, the Arthashastra, is a treatise on statecraft that applies equally to personal agency. The core of his strategy was an unwavering belief in his own intellectual capability, coupled with humility. He did not presume that every piece he moved would be judged correct. He prepared contingencies and maintained confidence in his process. Practical example: you're launching a startup and the market seems saturated. Instead of letting fear dictate abandonment, map out a comprehensive risk matrix, identify possible pivots, and commit to a structured trial. Your confidence stems from the clarity of strategy, not from an illusion of inevitability. Conclusion: Chanakya taught that self-belief is not a trait but a practice, an ongoing process of learning, anticipating, and adjusting. It's confidence built on prepared actions rather than on untested hope. Call to action: like if you admire the combination of intellect and humility, share your own learning maps in the comments, and subscribe to continue exploring ancient strategy for modern success. Reflective question: what contingency plans can you develop today to reinforce your confidence rather than reduce reliance on chance? Chapter 4: The Gears of Confucius, Harmony Between Self-Confidence and Social Duty. Confucius emphasized ren, humaneness, and the importance of aligning personal purpose with social responsibility. Confidence that ignores the impact on others may grow into arrogance, whereas humility combined with self-esteem forms a balanced virtue. The parable of the good man who could walk on water reminds us that true confidence is a harmony with larger currents. By aligning personal ambitions with the well-being of those around, self-belief becomes a shared light. Practical example: in a team setting, you may feel unsure about stepping forward with a bold idea. Instead of internal doubts, frame the idea as a potential benefit for the group. Seek feedback, show willingness to listen, and present it as a collaborative endeavor. This shared ownership transforms your confidence into collective empowerment. Conclusion: Confucian wisdom teaches that confidence is most potent when it lifts others as well. In building yourself, do not forget the ripple effect of your self-belief. Call to action: if the blend of personal confidence and community harmony resonates with you, hit like. Share how you plan to integrate the good man principle into your career. Subscribe to stay inspired by ancient ethical strength. Reflective question: how can aligning your self-belief with the benefit of others elevate both your confidence and your impact? Chapter 5: The Golden Ratio, Harnessing the Balance Between Self-Doubt and Self-Confidence. The golden ratio, a harmonious proportion found in nature, mathematics, and art, represents balance. In human psychology, balance is the equilibrium between self-doubt and self-confidence. Too much doubt paralyzes action. Too much confidence can blind to flaws. The ancient Greeks revered symmetry as a reflection of virtue. By learning to strike that golden proportion, we avoid extremes, achieving sustainable growth. Practical example: when setting a goal, start by estimating the resources needed: confidence. Then, add a margin for uncertainty doubt. This creates a realistic framework that encourages action while keeping you grounded. Use a simple checklist. What do I know? What do I need to learn? What is the worst realistic outcome? This routine anchors confidence in facts, not fantasies. Conclusion: your confidence cycle can be tuned like a well-engineered machine, maintaining rhythm and flow. By consciously oscillating between reflection and action, you set gears that turn smoothly rather than overheat. Call to action: enjoyed the harmony model? Like the video and share how you'll measure your personal ratio. Subscribe to journey deeper into timeless principles that tune your inner mechanics. Reflective question: which aspects of your current strategy lean too heavily toward confidence or doubt, and how can you recalibrate to the golden ratio? Final reflection and closing. We have navigated myths, gardens, kingdoms, rivers, and proportions, all pointing back to the core of this theme. Inner obstacles against self-belief and confidence are not monsters, but mirrors demanding attention. Ancient wisdom shows us that confidence is cultivated by discipline, intentionality, reflection, and humility. It is the disciplined captain of our mind, steering away from the fog of self-doubt and toward the shore of authentic self-assertion. When you step forward today, remember the Stoics' insight that the obstacle is the way. The Zen bamboo can flex, Chanakya's strategy, Confucius's harmony, and the golden ratio's balance. Let these ancient tools chart the map of your inner landscape. Remember what you practice today. Identify what you control, reframe challenges as practice, adopt a reflective routine, apply mindful detachment, prepare contingency plans, align with others, and track your confidence. Doubt balance. Thank you for embarking on this journey. If this script sparked a new perspective, give it a thumbs up. Share your personal inner obstacle and how you plan to transform it in the comments. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss another voyage through ancient wisdom into modern mastery.